Welcome back to Louisiana. I am Samuel, and today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to bunny hop a mountain bike. I learned to bunny hop a mountain bike many years ago, and here's some of the things I wish I knew and some of the techniques I wish I had learned, and hopefully it can help you guys get started hopping. Here we go. Yeehaw! Alright, so first thing we need to talk about is what you need to be wearing and where you should be learning to bunny hop. So all I'm wearing right now is just a helmet, and I'm in shorts and tennis shoes, and you can definitely learn to bunny hop a bike like this, but you do need to pay attention to what your shins are going to be doing, so you might want to wear some protection down there and some knee pads. I did what I learned, and it did help a lot. I'm also going to be on concrete. Now the deal with hopping on concrete is it makes doing the actual bunny hop a whole lot easier, but if you fall, there's not much protection for you, so you can definitely learn on grass. I learned on grass. It's not hard to fall on, and you feel pretty safe, but that's the soft grass does take some of the force out of your legs, makes it a little harder to bunny hop, but it's not hard at all. It's definitely doable. So just kind of think about where your skill level is and where you think you should learn and make the decision for yourself. So the first thing we're going to start off with is how we're actually going to bunny hop the bike. And there are two ways of bunny hopping a bike. I'm going to show you both. The first way, you can do it on any bike and it gives you the most height, but it's also a little bit harder and you can't do it going as fast, but it's the easiest way. So we're going to start with that first. So what we're going to do is our first movement is when we're on the bike, we're going to pull the bars up. So the bike is only on the rear tire, and then we're going to combine a pushing and a rolling motion with our hands on the handlebars and roll them forwards. And while we roll those bars forward, we're going to pull our feet up, because if our feet are staying down on the pedals, it's going to keep the bike down. But if we pull our feet up with the bike, it allows the bike to get in the air. So just sit here with your bike and practice this motion of pulling the bike back and then rolling the bars forwards. And you need to be able to learn to just jump the bike, not on it, just jumping the bike on the concrete, just holding it. Just learn that motion of pulling the bike back and then rolling the bars forwards to get it in the air. Now once we've learned that motion, we're ready to get on the bike. I'm going to do this at a standstill, but you might want to be rolling while you do this. I would recommend about a medium speed. So once you're on your bike, you just have to learn to pull that bike up and then combine your motion. At the same time you do your rolling forwards, you can also push down with your dominant foot to give that rear tire a little kick. You don't really need to. It's pretty simple, just to pull the bike up onto the rear tire and then roll those bars forwards. So once you've learned how to bunny hop, and you can do it moving, and you can do it in a lot of different ways. That's when you can move on to bunny hopping onto the rear tire and even doing a little spin. All of these tricks that I've just done where you hop on the rear tire, or even if you're riding backwards and doing some hops, or doing spins, and all of those doing big jumps and stuff, all those are based around the bunny hop and that motion of pulling the bike onto the rear tire and rolling the bike forwards. It's something you need to know to do on every bike. Now we're going to move on to the second way of bunny hopping a bike. It can be easier on certain bikes. It can also be harder on other bikes, but let's get into it. So here we have a full-size mountain bike. Now the method I'm about to teach you is usually the method that most people in their head try to instinctively do, and they don't get very far with it. You can get some height, but not much height. But if you learn how to actually do it correctly, you can do it pretty effectively. And what it does allow you to do is do a bunny hop while you're going faster. So the way this method works is we're not going to be pulling the bike up onto the rear tire and then rolling it forwards. We're going to be using the force in our legs to compress the suspension and the tires, and then to jump up with our body and pull the bike with us. So it sounds complicated, and it's actually not. But it just takes a little more finickiness to figure out, and you need to learn the regular method first. So if you can't quite do it, you can still cheat just a little bit by rolling your bars forwards. It's not that hard to do. So you just need to learn that motion of a really quick snap with your legs to snap the bike up into the air. You can do this easier on big bikes and small bikes like that. If you're on a BMX bike or like a jump bike, you're probably gonna want to stick with that rear tire hop up and then roll forwards. If you're on a bigger bike or even a road bike, you can do this much better. Just kind of a little snap with your legs to pull the bike up. And a very important part of this is kind of cupping your toes and then pulling up on your pedals, because it's giving the rear of the bike a lot of kick. And on the front of the bike, you obviously have your grips right in your hands, and you can just pull up straight there. It's a nice little kick with your legs and get that bike up in the air. So here I have both bikes, and just to show you how versatile these bunny hops are, I'm going to do one of those little spring hops on this small bike to show you that once you learn how to do a bunny hop, it really becomes instinctive and your body can kind of adapt it to different types of bikes. So without hopping and rolling, I can just pop the bike up with my legs. And then on this big bike, even though it is a whole lot easier to just load it up and suck it up with your legs, you can still pull it on that rear tire and roll the bike forwards like we learned at first. It takes a lot more effort, but it's definitely doable. So once you learn how to bunny hop a bike, just gotta let your brain and your body work together to figure out what's right for you and right for the bike you're riding. And after that, you can get pretty proficient at doing bunny hops. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you learned how to bunny hop or learned any tips, please let me know in the comments down below. And if your grandmother wants to learn how to bunny hop, share this video with her. If you have any other video ideas, please comment down below and I'll look at them. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Please consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.